Okay, 7.5, a pep talk and surprise victories. Pep talk means like you're going to try to get people to, you're doing great. We can do it, that sort of thing. A pep talk is to get people to be more positive about the situation. By the end of 1776, the British also thought the war was just about won. General Howe offered to pardon all rebels who signed a statement promising to remain in peaceful obedience to the king. Thousands took him up on his offer. So anybody who was fighting in the American Continental Army, they were considered rebels, right? Because they were fighting against the British people. So they were a rebel. But when it looked like that America was going to lose, they offered to these rebels that they could sign a letter saying that they were going to go ahead and do what the king told them to. The crisis. Back on this page here. Washington knew that he had to do something, and quickly. Gathering his last troops together, he read to them from Thomas Paine's new pamphlet, The Crisis. Remember Thomas Paine, he got everybody worked up so they would start fighting with a different pamphlet, and that pamphlet was Common Sense. Now this one is called The Crisis. These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country. But he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. That was Thomas Paine's writing. Because it's italics like that, that means that it's taken from his pamphlet. Next, Washington outlined a daring plan to attack Hessian troops who were camped for the winter in Trenton, New Jersey. Heartened by Paine's words, his men did not shrink from the service of their country. Victory, finally, victory in Trenton. Late on December 25th, 1776, Washington's army crossed the ice-choked Delaware River in small boats. So you see this is kind of a famous picture, but crossing the Delaware. On the New Jersey shore, Washington gave his men the password for the long night march ahead: victory or death. As the Americans made their way toward Trenton, a driving snow chilled them to the bone. Ice and rocks cut through their worn-out shoes. One officer reported to Washington that the troops' guns were too wet to fire. Use the bayonet, the general replied. The town must be taken. When the Americans reached Trenton, they found the Hessians happily sleeping off their Christmas feast. Caught completely by surprise, the mercenaries surrendered. Washington took 868 prisoners without losing a single man. A week later, the Americans captured another 300 British troops at Princeton, New Jersey. These defeats told Howe that it would take more than capturing New York City and issuing pardons to win the war. News of Washington's victories electrified patriots. A few days ago, they had given up their cause for lost, wrote an unhappy loyalist. Their late successes have turned the scale, and they are all liberty mad again. The game was not yet up.